It's a really strange moment and video that I'm making. It's kind of has two sides to it. One is for my family, just in case like I don't make it. But I've been documenting this, and so I figure I'd try to. It's kind of weird because something in me has some energy to do it, but at the same time I'm just drained and I'm numb. I know this is archonic. I'm in a archonic material, trapped. I'm trying to rise above it, and I even asked Father, like, how? Like, I know who I am, but I'm still trapped inside this. I'm so strong inside, but I can't stop the things I can't control. I just feel like I'm at my ends, like the road's getting narrow. I'm running out. I'm supposed to be getting my son from Mexico who's being chased down. He's hiding. He's 14 and but my car, like I've been out of work for the past like 2 weeks now because my AC went out with what I do. I need AC. I can't be driving the heat and behind a big truck. And I've been looking high and low for jobs around here that would give me the flexibility and everything I need to provide for my family. I'll just describe how I feel. Maybe I can help and inspire somebody. If I make it through this recording, obviously I was able to get it uploaded, but I'll still document it and put it there and share my experience. But right now I just feel like I'm having trouble rising to who I am, because how can I, like, I'm what I asked Father, how I'm still stuck, like I still gotta eat, you know. The only way ultimately out of the matter is leaving my body. Oh, I just realized my phone was not right. I had to get up. I was so numb. And the only ultimately to get out of the matter is just, you know, to escape the flesh. But meanwhile, like, you're trapped in it. And when you're doing everything you can do, and you're even knowing in your heart that you're living your purity, you know, like, I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'll just say I know I have peace. I don't live like, I feel like I live a repentant lifestyle. Like, I'm not out. I'm living a clean life. Like, I'm not out doing things. I'm not out in the world. You know, I'm focused on family. I'm focused on values, family values. But it's been a long road of just going back and forth with my family, trying to get them out of Mexico, just trying to get my wife's documents filed, not having a real living situation. I mean, my son and I, this is our, I'm thankful and grateful for this thing. I mean, it's only a portion of what we need. I mean, just to wash our toothbrush is hard. I lived in Mexico. I've gone with a lot in 17 years. And it's made me tough. Not completely homeless, you know, but, you know, I don't have regular facilities. You know, we had to dig a hole outside, and, you know, I don't have trash service yet. Trying to talk to my brother, trying to talk him into that we just sell this place, because believe it or not, it's in the condition that it's in. It's worth, you know, about 100,000 or so, and then we could take this and do a lot, because then I could move to the border of Texas, and I could do a pretty quick sell, and that would, like, get us to where we can transfer basically our life from here to the border, to where my wife lives in Acuna, or any, you know, I shouldn't be naming locations maybe, but yeah, beautiful place. Del Rio on the other side. I'm talking now, so maybe and I'm moving. So now I'm feeling a little better. Maybe when I first started the video, it's just literally, I had received a call from the mechanic and they were trying to identify the problem with the compressor because I just spent $2,000 and they put not a new compressor, but a rebuilt one in, and it wouldn't kick in. Power would never kick on. So they called me, said, well, we're running tests. We're trying to find out. We've already called Toyota, called a bunch of specialists, and they gave us some more diagrams to look at, but we reached the end of that, made more calls, and they're like, well, there is still more checking, but there's no technical information on it, no more diagrams. It's now blind. You're blind now. You're gonna have to just start going in there, and pretty sure you're gonna charge me for that too, beyond what my original 2,000 was, because he did say for everything we did today. I don't even know. I just took from our survivals, so I'm just saying, so yeah, they ran some checks and they finally did find that all the ports and the plug that goes in, everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So now they're just down to like, well, hopefully it's the faulty rebuild part and it's under warranty, and so they're gonna switch it. I mean, they ordered another one. It'll be a couple days, but I mean, I'll get my car today. I get to the store, get some food, but I can't work yet. And I'm fine with local work. It's just that, I mean, I won't be able to get anything straight and in order. I won't be able to invest into the place and travel and get my boy in Mexico and provide for my wife, and it's too much. Like, the jobs here don't pay enough, you'll work all the time and you still won't have enough. And I don't even understand the American systems yet. I tried to approve for food stamps one time and I only got a portion, and I've been denied so many. I've tried a few government things, and usually they're like, well, like when they did stimulus, they're like, well, you haven't, or one time they were like, well, you're married to an undocumented woman, and I'm like, what? But what about mine? They're like, well, being married to her, and that was a long time ago. That was the Bush stimulus. And I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, why don't I get the benefit? It was weird, because I tried, and I think it's because I put my wife down. It's a long time, but anyways, I'm just sharing how you can probably relate and how you run to the end of the road and you're like, Father, how much more can this body take? I know who I am and I'm trying to rise above it, but it's like, when you can't go work, you can't make no money, your family is suffering, and the thing is, my next option would be to hop in a truck, a big truck, because I have CDL, but that's going back to the past again, and it never has worked, and that's what's caused all this destruction of me not being home, taking me away, and then just to have a job, I had to lie through my teeth because I have gaps, and that's the only reason why, because I had to fill in and act like I have all this experience because I get gaps in my driving career. It's a hustle and grind, because what else do I do? Because then you get denied, because I tried it the first few times around. When I didn't drive for a while, they're like, well, you didn't get approved, you're not experienced, you're probably gonna have to go back through more training. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I got close to 1 million miles in experience throughout 20 years. Not really, probably 500,000. 500,000 is probably more like it, but still. And it's like, and then they want to keep you, but it's like, I can't just be married to a truck for a year. And the days they do give you off, usually people go home and they're local, and they're like, they don't have to travel 1,000 miles, and that would be my total time off, just almost one way by the time I get home, then get to the bus stop or plane, and then travel, which usually is bus, and then I already need to be turning around just to make it back, because they usually only give you Like it's like every week on average, it's like you get a day. So if you're out 4 weeks, and you get 4 days, like, dude, that's what it would take for me to just go there and turn around. And so you know, you can kind of see what I'm saying. So yeah, that's why I got into piloting. It gives me the flexibility and the trucking, and beyond the trucking money. Actually, it's much better. I can make in 3 days what I would make in like 10 days driving a truck. And so that gives me all those days. But if I don't have an AC, I can't be behind the truck. And especially if they can't figure it out, because if it ain't the part, then I'm up a creek, and then I don't have a vehicle, and I don't have the money for a vehicle, another one. And I'm just out of resources, and I'm not here on YouTube asking for anything. I'm not expecting nothing from the external at all. I mean, I'm not, because everything's internal. Because even if you are praying, waiting for a miracle blessing, well, it's still up to someone else to hear from God, you know? Oh, I heard from God, told me to come and bless you. Well, it was still an internal experience, you know. For them, it was Father inside them. This little cat's starting to warm up to me since we're feeding it. Anyways, so yeah, how do we rise above when you're just, and brothers and sisters, I mean, you can share on this if you can tell me, because it gets so hard, because it's a distraction, you know, and you identify with it, and it just beats at you. Like every time you're like taking deep breaths. Yeah, it's a pure distraction. And like even right now, like I can't even hold my thoughts together. Like I even kind of, what am I even saying? Like, and part of that is just chemical right there, because like I got this cortisol or cortisone or whatever running through me, and that's one of my concerns. I try not to have fear. I looked it up, but you know, just constant high levels of stress, and you know, I've lost my hair just a couple years from it, and maybe not. I mean, it's what I think it might be, but yeah. Let me pause it. Yeah, I was saying take deep breaths. At least to calm down my body. That's the first step, I think, is to at least you gotta calm down. You gotta control those chemicals in you. And Father, I am. We are one in you, and we're above this material world. We are not in bondage to this world. We are free, because we are free spirit. We're with you. You can't harm us. Nothing can harm us, because we're unharmable. We're untouchable. So I'm just being real, being raw, just sharing my experience. It's very archonic, because yes, this is an archonic, because I'm identifying, but I'm sharing the experience with you, because I know you might relate. And there's a loud dump truck coming. So yeah, I share this because I think it would be amazing when we win. When we win, I mean, we are winners. We're winning. No, we won no matter what, because I am as a winner. You know, we are winners no matter what. But just in case this shell does give out, you know, it's okay. I mean, that's the ultimate escape. I mean, I know my wife she'll have the ways. She'll have the keys to pass to the children. You know, the key through the archonic system. Everything will be fine. They'll get through the demiurge. It's gonna be rough, because I landed them in Mexico. That was my big mistake, trying to, you know, be an outstanding Christian. Romans 13. I was just wanting to obey the laws of God, and and I was submitting to my authority that told me that's what I was supposed to do. And I was young, I was young and naive. So yeah, maybe hopefully someone can be inspired. And but yeah, it's like my question is like, how long can one make it until, like, how many times can you take it? How many times can the body take it, when you just been trying, like, all right there, I just felt like a rush pound on me right there, my heart and chest. My heart just went boom, 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 like that heart thing I was telling you about. I was looking it up, and when you just go through so much stress, Google will tell you, AI, like, can stress kill you, is what I typed in. And it does explain high levels, constant daily stress can create the heart problem, and that might be what kills you, is the rhythm of your heartbeat. And I have definitely, like, I think even before I knew that, I was wondering I've had times where I was just like, man, it's like something's just not right, like. And my wife would say, I just go get checked out. She's like telling me a long time, like, yeah, mommy, but I know, I believe in myself. I hear my body and I know I'm good. It's just stress, and it's just a circumstantial thing, and I don't want to waste money to go talk to a doctor just to tell me really, like, that I just need to, like, yeah, exercise, breathe, and eat good nutrition, and just probably maybe therapy or something. But in my case, it's knowing who I am, but what happens in this process is we have to, when you're awakened, you're still going to be in this demiurge where you left off, and your responsibilities, wherever you're at, and everyone's in different places. Maybe the older you are, the more you might have, unless maybe, well, you may have already had time to turn it around. Maybe the younger you have, maybe the less you have, but at the same time, you may have went out and got yourself piled up quick. You might have children already with different people before you're 18, maybe. It happens. And then that stresses you out, so you go out and do drugs to try to calm it, and then that gets you involved in stuff, and now maybe you got sickness and stuff, and it's like, yeah, you can get really piled under the bondages, the chains of bondage, and therefore, yeah, you may not make it through this archonic loop on this round. You might, and we see it all the time. They fall out and they have to be thrust back into the flesh. That is, and I believe that must be the great mercy that Christ tells us about. They're exceedingly merciful. The monad, father, mother, child, the pleroma, the fullness, all together wanting to help restore Sophia and ourselves and return home. Now I know if I drop this time, I'll make it through. And I know it'll be a lie. They say, oh, well, but go back and help your family. It's like, dude, you'll erase my memories and I won't even know where they're at. Plus, I'd be a baby. It'd take me, even if I did have the memory, it'd take me 10 years before I could, like, at least 10 years old until I could activate myself to go find them. And then it'd be like one of those weird movies where you show up and you're like, hey, it's me, and you'd prove it and tell them. And it's like, I'm here to, like, help you get through. I was sent back. And I want to help you get through it. But the thing is, they'll wipe your memory. So no, I need to just go through. I don't want to go back through this and then just get caught into another cycle. And, anyways, I think I kind of, like, you kind of saw the beginning, like, 'cause I just got off the phone. My son was in there. And I came out by myself originally at first. But then that little thing, I was like, video, let's make it. And I was like, another thought real quick, but that's so weird. Why would you make a video? That's so strange. Like, it's like, well, yeah, but why did I even think of it to make the video at the same time? And it's like, I know I don't have much strength, but I do know I could talk through it. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I think this is our ride to our car. Peace, much love.